Welcome to Psychic Tuesday with Sweet Bee. The next 30 minutes, we're going to talk astrology. We're going to talk about some of the big stuff that just happened in the news the last little while since my last show and some of the astrological predictions I had made then. And then we're going to do a couple of readings. And so let's start at the top. I'm Bernice Bisson. I am a psychic from Canada. I'm in Winnipeg, Canada. I've been reading for 35 years. I read palms and cards and tea leaves, and I'm an astrologer, and I have a real affinity for paranormal, and I do a lot of paranormal research and a lot of paranormal work here in Winnipeg with different locations that are well known. And so if you go to my website at bernicebissonpsychic.com, you'll find some of my events. You'll find my podcast. I have a couple seasons out of my podcast, and I've been debating my third season because it's a lot of work, but I invite people back who have recorded my readings over the last 35 years, and they come back with their original recording, and you get to hear my original predictions, and then they come back and talk about all the stuff. And so there's some great stories in there. So if you like that kind of, I call it psychic soup for the soul. Yeah, a little of that. Little soul medicine, and it's called the Soul Medicine Psychic with Bernice Bisson, and you get to hear some of my readings. And also, I do events, and I do very personal, intimate events where there's small groups or gatherings. And I have a couple events coming up where I do gallery messaging, and it's a group of 40, and everyone gets messages. It's 3 hours of me just going off and reading everybody. And then I also have a zodiac birthday party. And like I said, I love astrology and I love birthdays. And so I work a lot with people's birthdays, and I host a zodiac birthday party. Like, what do you get that person that's got everything? Well, you get them a birthday party with Sweet Bee. And it's only 12. I only allow 12 people. And it's a whole evening of readings and astrology. And you get a little slice of birthday cake, and you get a goodie bag. It's held at one of the most notoriously spooky haunted places in Winnipeg, actually one of the most well documented in the world. And it's called Hamilton House. And I work with Hamilton House, and Cheryl and Gags Unlimited are the owner of Hamilton House. And if you Google Hamilton House, the historic Hamilton House, Winnipeg, you'll see that 40 years of seances had been conducted by Dr. Hamilton and recorded there, along with other practitioners that have worked there. And but those particular seances are documented at the University of Manitoba Archives. And I work with a group of psychics and mediums there, and we conduct, based on Dr. Hamilton's research, very similar seances. And so you can follow through there, or you can find that on my website, the links to some of those events. Okay. And so let's get started. So at the very top of things, I want to talk about, since the last time I did this show, I talked about the Libra Aries lunar axis, and everybody was like, oh my God, there she's going again with the planets. But I talked about peace, war. I've talked about conflict and things coming out of surprising places, didn't they? And so if we looked at, for instance, let's explore some of the lunar axes of what's going on. So if I looked at the recent conflict we saw arise in Israel, there's no side, I'm not commenting on any sides of this. What I want to say is God bless all those that lost their lives, and so much love to them and their families. Only love heals. And so Israel and Palestine share a lunar axis of Taurus and Scorpio. And in this lunar axis of the north and south nodes of karma and destiny, right now, the final eclipse is November 13th. There was 5 of 6 eclipses in that lunar axis. The final one is November 13th. And it's a really critical one in terms of shifting from conflict to peace. Scorpio can be a bit extreme. And so there's between now and then, extreme will feel that's how it'll feel until it culminates at that final lunar eclipse and that karma and destiny pattern of eclipses we've had. It's the closing eclipse, it's the finale. It's sort of this is what is will be, and it'll be in place for a while. And then if we look at other conflicts and things going on, we've also got Libra and Aries, and October 14th is a critical new moon solar eclipse. The last times, I mean, we could look at 2004, we could look at in the 90s and 1977, were the last sort of lunar eclipses in this degree of Libra. And it is about war and conflict, and it is about peace conversations as well. We're going to see that going on a lot in the next 2-3 weeks around the globe. So it's going to be some important stuff karmically for everybody. And so cardinal signs are impacted the most. And that would bring me to like the Leo, of course, Libra, Aries, right? And then we've got some Capricorn and Sagittarian, Capricorn, Cancerians also in that cardinal axis. Also feeling it, anyone with 11 to 15 degrees. Now, I don't want to get too techie with all those degrees, but I will say this. I'm looking at my notes. I did some preparation because there's so much around this that I want people to pay attention to all the serendipitous signs. We've got Mercury going into Libra, so the conversations are around that Libran energy. And it's going to be important to have those conversations around peacemaking, balance, justice, fairness, karmic. And we've also got Venus literally transiting right now to Virgo. Venus is natural order in Virgo, but it's the practical side of Virgo. It's the do, it's the value. And we're going to see shifts in our economy. I'm not surprised we just saw gas and oil go up, kind of like that. And then we've got opposite of Venus, we have Mars. And Mars is moving to Scorpio. This is all this week. This is like, I'm telling you, hold on to your hats, folks. If I were to pick a week out of this entire year that was super critical, there'd be two. There'd be a week in April where the first lunar eclipse was, and now where the solar eclipse is. Those two, so April, October, I'd pick this is probably the most critical week in terms of paying attention to the astrological signs, massive shifts. So we saw this kind of conflict boil up through Amos, yet there might have been inklings or signs of it even back in April. And with lunar eclipses, they hide things, right? They hide things. And then 5, 6 planets, went retrograde. Wow, they're about to go direct. And so on top of the transit of Venus and Mars, men and women, aggression, peace, value, economy, and assertion, aggression. Now, Mars rules Scorpio, rules. And Mars is a birth, death, extreme, justice, large, pushes forward in Scorpio. So we're going to see that very much so there. We're going to see the other planets, which people haven't talked much about, but Uranus and Jupiter are still in Taurus, if anyone forgotten, they're retrograde. First, we're going to have Pluto go direct today. Pluto governs Scorpio. Pluto is the transfer of power. Pluto's going direct to 27 degrees of Capricorn and is going to head over some old ground that we felt since June. We're going to feel the next 3 months. And so 27 to 29 degrees of Capricorn is very much about letting go of this old era, and we're stepping into what I call the age of Aquarius, this new ideas, technology. So we're going to see some pretty significant shifts with the economy and government policy. We saw some conflicts through that Libra Aries lunar axis that went, and we're not quite out of the woods yet with that. Still more on the table a little bit. Pay attention to this next 10 days. But I will say this, what comes from this conflict will be a new peace accord. The last conflict. The one I looked back at for that matching eclipse was in 1977. And Egypt became involved, and there was a peace accord drawn uh, at Camp David, I believe. And so in 1977, so I believe that this shakeup is going to lead to a new peace accord, a new dynamic. And so if there's anything that any one person can do, and we all say this, oh, what can I do? What can I do? I mean, put your money where your mouth is, I guess. You billionaires, if you're listening, put your money where your mouth is. But send love. That love vibration has to start within, has to start with ourselves. That includes, if you're out shopping and if you're out driving or you're dealing with crappy people at work or you got a bunch of stress and pressure, love, we got to find this place of this higher vibration and be a little kinder, because this is a lot of intense energy and people feel it. And where we forget the most, and if I look at the final two planets, is Neptune and Saturn, and they're retrograde still. They'll be going direct even into November. And we're going to see the power of mental health and addictions. We're going to see that tidal wave really surging up in that time, in a mass way. And so remember, be patient with people. We're all feeling it. And the only cure is love. The only thing we can do, and that starts on a daily basis of good, random acts of kindness, of really reaching out to people, really understanding people. So this is the time. We're all being called to raise that vibration. So let's all start now. And that mantra. So remember, let's be patient with each other. All right? All right. So be done. All right. Now, I think I had Anne in New York. So Anne, are you with me?
I am. How are you?
I am lovely. Thank you for asking. So Anne, we have I don't have a lot of time in the show, but I want to spend as much time as I can answering your questions. Where would you like me to focus?
Can you connect to past loved ones to see if they want to tell me anything?
If they want you to, so you just want to kind of, whoever's out there, come talk to me. Is that it? Are we doing?
Is there anyone there that wants to connect to me?
Okay. And so let's see what shows up around that question. So in your mind, I want you just to imagine who you want, imagine in your mind. Okay. Because it's like a Ouija board. The moment you open it up,
Okay.
you say, anyone want to talk to me? Pretty much everybody. So your dad. Sorry.
Okay.
Did you say something?
And looking at his picture too.
Your dad? Is that what you said to me?
No, I said looking at his picture.
Oh, you're looking at your dad's picture.
Yeah, I have his picture here. And I'm looking at it, thinking of him.
Okay. And so, if I may, I'm going to start with just, there's a strong, I'm going to just message stuff, just thinking of your dad as we think about him. There's a strong G name that's going to show up as an important name, and it starts with a G or sounds like the G. And that there's some decisions you have really important in front of you in the next 4 weeks, 4 months, around a property, house, place, and a woman that you're very connected with, and her health. And it feels like, and it could be near you, like family that lives right near you, and the decisions around where someone's living right now. And if I thought of your dad, in my mind also, the image of two smaller dogs keeps showing up in my mind. And these two dogs are already gone. And I just have that image in my mind around that. Your dad brings up some tension with family, and I'm going to say there's a man that's going to be a brother-in-law figure. There's maybe, if I think about, say, three of you, Anne, and two maybe where you are
Yeah.
and someone away. People are coming together even by May, right in your family. And he wants you to know that
Okay.
uh, that there's people with maybe struggling with some tensions. Maybe not everybody's getting along too well, but know that there's something coming even in the next little bit. There's he keeps bringing
Okay.
up what I think he means is the son-in-law, and which, if I'm talking about your husband, then
Okay.
there I might be what I'm talking about. It's feel funny saying that, but um, there's something
Oh,
important
my
about
husband is
a surgery.
my husband has passed away.
Yeah, okay.
My
Son-in-law.
husband is
Thank you.
in heaven.
His son-in-law. Your dad keeps okay. So let's go back to those two for a minute, just if I may. Um,
Okay.
okay. Your partner, your husband, and your dad. In your family, I'm just going to mention a couple of things that keep showing up. With them are these two dogs. I know that sounds an odd thing, but they're deceased. There's a brother or brother-in-law living that you, even by May, your family's coming together. And I feel like there's this woman in family with health issues, and for some reason, I just feel like you are the support. You're the support person. You're going to wind up having to
Okay.
support this person in some way. So it's showing up really close with you there. The other
Okay.
piece that um, there's the girls, like the three of you, the girls, your husband's bringing this up. So
Is it?
the girls,
Oh,
uh,
is this Oh, is this a living girl? A girl here?
so I'm going to just describe. So your husband's bringing up the girls, three of them, you're one, okay, you're one of them. There's another woman that is alive that you see her or talk to her regularly. There's, because I feel like if I talked about a sister figure, your partner, your dad, okay, in terms of
Yeah.
deceased people, I know there's lots of dead people. I understand that. There's lots of them, but those people, you still have the care of a woman in your family showing up on your shoulders, okay, alive.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that
Yep.
the decisions about maybe where she lives and her care, they're right around all of this, and you're not alone, even in those times, and where it feels like you're walking this a by yourself journey. You're not. It's almost like that footprints in the sand poem, where those times
Yeah.
that you felt like you were sinking in that sand, walking, and you look behind you, and that one set of footprints was them carrying you, and you're
Right.
very appreciated, because I feel like they're trying to, you would have had to give up a lot of time um, around maybe their health or things like that. And you're very much appreciated, and that they want you to understand you're really not alone. And that although you still have some care decisions in front of you with someone, they're really there with you is really what I think they're trying to show me. Okay, Anne? Now I'm going to keep going because
Okay.
I want to get in as much
Okay.
as I can with you. I just while I'm with you, okay? And that there's going to be
Okay. Yeah.
an
So I'm hoping
important.
someone else is going to come up.
So I
Well,
mean, this is a really short reading. So please understand that the people that
of
even
course.
have come
Of
to are
course.
really right. That they want you to understand
Right.
a couple of things. The name David will be really important showing up around you. Okay. Okay. And
Okay.
that um, there's something important about um, let let things lay where they might. You've got maybe a lady that's going to be very challenging to you, and you might have cut her
Mhm.
out of your life. Okay. And
Okay.
you, as you deal with the care of someone, I feel like you're making the best decisions. Know that, even if you're feeling like you're being
Okay.
challenged, I feel like they're telling you you're making the best decisions. Okay. Now, can I
Okay.
go
Great.
back and
Yeah.
ask about um, when you have the pictures and um, did you lose the little one, like the little cousin or something? The little one? That's not the right
If I
question.
wait, did you say did I lose a little one?
Yeah, the little cousin.
Uh, I had my
That's
son. Are you talking about my pet or my child? I don't know what you're saying. A
okay.
little one. What kind of little one?
You lost your dog. Is that what you said?
I lost my son. I have lost my son
So
and my
the
dog.
little one.
My dogs
Okay,
are in heaven, and my son passed away
okay.
a while ago.
Back. Oh, stop for a second. Back up. I'm getting too ahead. There's a bit of a delay, so I keep hearing part of what you're saying. But let me say this:
Yeah,
your
same
little
here.
one, your little one, your son, your little one. Yes, the dogs. Yes, the dad, the partner, this lady who's. I know we lose mothers, but this is another lady, and I feel like
Uh,
when they're all showing up around you now, I'm going to tell you what I'm supposed to tell you here. There's something about um, uh, you being asked, or invited to move, and this is going to show up in the next 20 months, and that there's going to be an announcement coming. May I ask you something, Anne?
yes,
Can I
you
ask you?
can.
Okay. Was there a little girl
Oh,
recently born?
no,
There's a little girl being
no.
announced within 20 months, right around you, right around your family, right
Uh,
around you. Okay. I'm supposed to
uh,
tell you that.
uh,
This is going to show up. Sorry.
okay.
Okay. This is going to
That's
show
cool.
up right around. There's a young woman making
Okay,
this
good.
announcement
Okay.
within, okay, within 20 months that this is coming up. And that, um, can I ask you another question? Did you make some care decisions, like nursing decisions with the lady recently?
Um,
Are you
d-
doing this?
I get. You mean like an appointment to go to the doctors, or that I'm a nurse?
Yeah, like
I'm
for
kind of confused
care.
about the question.
Is this your mom? Is this your
What?
mom? Is this your
Somebody
mom?
around nursing?
Yes. This
No, no.
lady.
Wait, are you talking about somebody in nursing? No. I went to
No, no,
school for
no,
nursing a long time ago, but
no. Sorry. Uh, No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is there's a lady that you will have to assist with her care now, like
oh,
right in front of you. Okay, right in front of you.
okay,
Okay, and when you asked about the dead people that show up, right? They want you to know
right,
these things that I'm telling you. Okay, okay, and that I
okay,
feel like there is um, your maybe your husband's family, but there seems to be a brother-in-law and a sister figure that are going to be, you'll be seeing them very shortly. Okay. Connected to your family.
okay,
Okay.
Okay.
People coming together.
Yes.
And they keep saying there's three of you. There's you and two others. Right? Okay.
Okay.
Coming together. And if they're just kind of in your state or near you, this seems to be showing up pretty soon where you'll be hearing some of these news. Now, your son, if I go back to your son, um, there's a strong J name he keeps bringing up. Starts with a J. J. It's another young person, Anne, and that,
Yeah.
okay, that I feel like there's news, the news in the family. When I say, I think there's a baby girl and the news of a wedding. If that's in your niece's nephew's, like right over, it seems to be, you'll know
Right.
this news even in the next few months. Sorry, did you say something?
Okay. No, I didn't. I mean, the J that comes up is probably maybe Tommy's middle name. My father was Jack, and then my father-in-law
Okay,
was John. So there's J's,
J's are with
3
them.
J's there.
That would make some sense, the J names.
Yeah.
And I just, what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that although you've lost all these men in your life, I'm hearing that, right? There's
Yeah.
still three of you.
Yeah.
They want me to keep telling you this, that you and what's like two sisters, two sister-in-laws, like this gathering, you're going to know by May. And when you hear the news of the baby girl, know they told you this, that they want you to know that they're right there. And the care decisions around this woman, that
Okay.
there's something that lays on your shoulders, but they're with you in all of these ways. Thank you. Thank you for tuning into Ask One Radio, and thank you for tuning into my show. Hopefully we'll
Thank
chat again
you.
one day. Take care, my girl. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate
And
it
thank
so
you.
much.
You can, you know what? I appreciate that with love. Lots of it. Lots of it.
Oh,
And
right back at you. Thank you.
I got it. And so thank you for tuning in. You can find me at bernicebissonpsychic.com. You can tune into my podcast there and all of that. And we will definitely see you next week here at Ask One Radio. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see you again.